This trig identity is derived from the unit circle. Alright, so let's imagine we've got a unit circle, which is a circle of radius 1. Then that means I can fit a triangle anywhere inside a unit circle, and the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle over here would be the radius of the circle, which means it will always be 1 unit long. Now I know in a unit circle, sine theta is the vertical axis and cosine theta is the horizontal axis. What that means is the vertical distance in this triangle will always represent sine theta, sine of this theta. And the horizontal distance, this one, will always represent cosine theta, cosine of that particular angle in this triangle. Alright, so because it's a right angle triangle, I know that by Pythagorean theorem, sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta will always give me 1. So what that means is if I have sine of 60 degrees squared, and if I add cosine of 60 degrees squared, that will give me 1. If I have sine of, let's say 12.5 degrees, whatever that is, if I square and then I plus cosine of 12.5 degrees, whatever that is, and I square, that will give me 1 because of this identity. Okay, let's just circle the one on the left first. Okay, so because of this identity. Now I can take this identity and rearrange it, and I will get cosine squared of theta equals to 1 minus sine squared of theta, and sine squared of theta equals to 1 minus cosine squared of theta. Now why do we want to do that? Is because sometimes in trigonometry questions you will be asked to rearrange a question or simplify a question, and sometimes you want to change sine into cosine and vice versa, so sines and cosines, they will cancel out. Okay, so one way to change a cosine squared theta to sine squared theta is by using this identity. And of course, if you want to change cosine to sine theta into cosine, then you want to use this one. Okay, so for example, if you are asked to simplify, let's say 2 cosine squared theta minus 2, then I can say that, oh right, okay, I can first factorize out 2 and obtain this. And if I look at this part is literally, so cosine squared theta minus 1 is literally the negative of 1 minus cosine squared theta. And what was 1 minus cosine squared of theta? It is sine squared theta. Okay, so that means I can then replace this and substitute into here. This is 2 times by negative sine squared theta, and we write it as negative 2 sine squared theta.